Industry body representing global car manufacturing says the continent lacks the political will to exploit the sector to benefit Africans. The African Association of Automotive Manufacturers says the African continent will continue to be a dumping ground for used vehicles from outside the continent unless it turns its natural and mineral resources into a game changer. The association CEO Dave Coffey told business editor Xolani Mbanjwa on the sidelines of the Mining Indaba that African nations must take advantage of the fact that electric vehicles need the minerals found in abundance on the continent.
It's day 3 of the Investing in African Mining Indaba, and one of the questions we are asking today is whether the African continent is the dumping ground for used vehicles. Since the entire world is moving into electric vehicles, what opportunities are there? And the perfect person to ask about this represents the automotive industry body, the African Automotive Industry Association, or when it comes to the African continent, AAAM. That is the CEO Dave Coffey. Dave, thank you so much for your time. That's the first question I want to ask you. As an industry body looking at the African continent, the automotive sector, it would seem like the African continent is a dumping ground for used vehicles, but we are not exploiting, it seems, the opportunities that are there for different countries through the minerals we have.
Yeah, so the situation is 1.2 million new vehicles are produced and consumed in Africa every year. Between 3 and 5 million used vehicles are imported into Africa every year. Many of them are not roadworthy, so we are the dumping ground. And if we don't get our regulations right, it could get worse with battery electric vehicles being dumped into Africa. So we are a non-profit organization representing global OEMs, component makers, banks, people who believe in the future of automotive in Africa. We have 17% of the world's population, yet we only produce 1.1% of the global demand. There's huge potential, and it's really about finding affordable mobility solutions to bring people into the market. And so what we've done is we've actually developed a continental automotive strategy in collaboration with the AFCFTA Secretariat and with Afrexim Bank and the AU and ASA, which is a standard organization. So we have a plan. We have a plan to harmonize strategies across Africa. And what's very important is, because our industry is so reliant on scale and needs to be competitive, not every country can make a vehicle. So a country will find its role in the value chain. And some countries with the population and the demand will make vehicles, others may make components, and others may beneficiate minerals that go into vehicles.
And that's going to be important going forward, beneficiation of minerals, because of the advent of electric vehicles, which need the minerals. The batteries there need the minerals that we produce on the continent.
Yes, that's quite correct. Africa is endowed with the natural resources and minerals on the continent that are needed in electric vehicles. Due to the geopolitical tensions in the world, as well as the countries in Africa wanting to beneficiate minerals and create jobs, there's heightened awareness around this to actually transform that. And so there's two opportunities. One is actually to supply into the electric vehicle industry of the world, okay? And you'll see more of that coming from Africa. And the other is to supply existing opportunities, and I'll share one with you, which is copper. All wires used in wire harnesses on the continent today are imported into Africa, the copper is. Yet we've got huge mineral resources in copper. So it gets exported, processed, and comes back again. We need to change that very quickly. So there's two opportunities, existing and future.
Dave Coffey, thank you so much for your time. Dave Coffey is the CEO of AAAM, the African Association of Automobile Manufacturers, which is quite an important body here at the African in Mining Indaba when it comes to the components, the things that are needed to actually build vehicles, electric vehicles going forward, and even combustion vehicles as well. Something important that he has said is that Africa can stop being the dumping ground for used vehicles. Collaboration is needed, and it will start here for the rest of the continent. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Xolani Mbanjwa in Cape Town.